首先喺度咧就歡迎大家嚇，歡迎好多參與者啦，包括好多係我諗都係視覺藝術科嘅同事啦，或者 career guidance 嘅老師啦，咁同埋同學仔啦，你哋嘅參與都好重要喎，因為你係最直接咧第一手咧嚟攞到一啲資訊咧，去幫你咧第二時可以報讀PolyU 嘅 School of Design。咁亦都好多謝幾位講者喎，包括Dr. Liu 啦，咁咧就係 School of Design 嘅Assistant Dean。咁就負責係，亦都係 Design Foundation Leader 啦。咁跟住咧，仲有Beatrice 啦，同埋 Anita 啦，係啦。咁都仲有我哋輔導仲有 Kathy 係啦。咁啊，同埋我哋輔導教師會嘅同工嚇，仲有係 Esther Ho 我哋嘅主席。咁咧或者我哋喺呢度咧，首先其實可能咧都仲有啲同學仔或者老師咧都未入到嚟，因為而家見到咧只係有50幾位嘅參與者，咁喺報名咧，我哋肯定唔止呢個數下，咁或者咧喺呢個時間咧，咁我哋就先去片睇一睇，究竟呢個 faculty 咧有啲咩最新嘅資訊 update 俾我哋知，好唔好啊？咁啊，將時間交俾Beatrice。大家睇完頭先呢條片咧，係咪真係好想親身咧去到呢一個 School of Design 度行一行咧？佢係即係由外至內咧都好似好吸引啊！我自己都未去過，我都好想親身去睇下。咁但係好可惜啦，疫情嘅關係咧，我哋都未能夠即係親身去參觀啦，同埋去感受一下咧喺 School of Design 讀書嘅氣氛啦嚇。咁咧好多謝PolyU 嘅同工啦，佢哋喺呢一條片咧都帶咗我哋眼睛去咗即係行咗一轉啦。好啦，咁時間關係咧，咁我唔講咁多啦。我唔記得介紹我自己。咁我咧就係 Mandy Tang，咁就係輔導教師協會嘅呢個附屬委員。咁啊，我哋而家咧就將時間交俾我哋輔導教師協會嘅主席 Esther Ho 何博士。
好多謝 Mandy 首先咧喺呢度咧係要好鄭重咁樣咧係表達香港輔導教師協會對於香港理工大學設計學院嘅同事咧係即係嗰個嘅支持去喺呢一個咧都好唔容易嘅時候咧，就都唔介意我哋暫時係啦喺 Part One 呢個 Seminar 咧，我哋喺一個網上邊嘅相聚係啦。咁即係頭先咧，阿 Mandy 咧喺開始嘅時候咧都介紹啦，有Beatrice 啦，有 Anita 啦，係啦。咁特別咧係介紹今日嘅講者係啦，咁就係 Dr. Sylvia Liu，Assistant Dean Design Foundation Leader。 香港理工大學設計學院助理院長文學士基礎年嘅級嘅主任係啦，咁就一陣間咧係我都唔多講啦，好豐富嘅內容咧，由佢哋咧去介紹咧一個即係新嘅綜合嘅課程咧係點樣樣嘅設計，同埋喺收生啦同埋學生嘅嗰個嘅學習經驗上邊咧係有啲乜嘢嘅創意。其實咧一點啫，設計係可以改變我哋嘅生活嘅。佢好似科學工程一樣係啦，不過設計咧對我嚟講都係非常之陌生，同埋一個咧好高深嘅專業係啦。但係喺我哋個環境裏邊啦，我哋日常生活當中啦其實都係即係設計密不可分咁我亦都好相信咧，香港咧其實係有好一啲嘅年青人，無論佢喺中學嘅時候有冇機會咧喺高中係進修同設計相關嘅課程，其實咧即係我諗呢方面嘅同學其實就唔會多咯咁但係有潛質嘅年青人係唔少，有志向喺呢一方面發展嘅同學咧，亦都大有人在。咁究竟適唔適合咧？佢有冇呢個能力咧？佢即係如果要選擇行呢條路嘅時候，佢又會遇到啲咩挑戰？我相信今日咧係一個好好嘅引子，讓參與嘅生涯規劃老師同埋同學，亦都係部分啦可能係咧喺中學咧任教 VA 嘅老師咧，都可以掌握咧最新嘅資料。喺我自己嘅印象裏邊咧，即係理工大學嘅設計學院咧喺香港咧，從來係由我讀書嘅時候係啦，到而家即係好耐之前，到而家都係手不一指，係同學咧想進入呢一個嘅學術範疇，一個好唔容易即係非常之唔容易嘅一個入場嘅位置係啦，咁係有即係最出色嘅即係頭先見到環境啦、師資啦、經歷啦，咁都希望今日咧，即係我都好相信咧，係參與嘅咧，雖然我哋只能夠網上相遇，但係都係開眼界。我亦期望咧喺疫情過去，亦都希望好快過去之後咧，我哋可以係即係親身，無論我哋自己，因為帶埋咧有興趣嘅學生咧，去到理工大學嘅環境嗰度咧，係親身咁去接觸。再一次多謝大家，係啦，喺呢一個即係疫情嘅，即係我哋都好多 risk 嘅一個下午，我哋都擺低身邊嘅嘢，我哋有一段即係時間咧，好好咁享受咧以下我哋即係嘉賓嘅分享，同埋即係有咩問題咧，即管把握呢個機會提問，好嘛？多謝大家。
好，唔該晒 Doctor Esther 好，咁咧，我哋而家咧，不如一齊就做個紀念啦嚇，我哋一齊影一個 group photo 好嘛？咁就有請各位同工咧，你可以即係唔介意你開鏡頭啦，咁麻煩 Caroline 你可以跟住我哋就一齊對住個鏡頭，就係啦，就俾個樣個鏡頭啦。
好，3、2、1，可以嚟多張嚇，
係。望住鏡頭笑。
OK，
好，唔該晒。好啦，咁咧事不宜遲啦，咁我就將係有一樣嘢咧就好重要嘅，咁就要係 Beatrice，你會 share 嗰個 screen 係啦。好，咁咧喺開始個講座seminar 之前咧，咁就有啲嘢想邀請大家做嘅喎。好。咁咧嗱，大家見到咧面前有個 slide，有個 QR code 啦，咁就係 slide 度，咁就麻煩大家咧，如果你方便嘅就攞個手機啦去 scan 下佢，咁入邊咧就有兩條問題要你哋答嘅。如果唔係嘅話咧，你喺 desktop 或者你有你可以 click 一 click 啦，喺 chat room 嗰條 link 啦，都可以揾到呢兩條，即係呢個版面咧，然後就答咗呢兩條問題喎。咁呢個咧係一個好簡單嘅 research 啦，我諗係大家都想知下，究竟我哋對設計嘅認識係啲乜嘢咧 ？Which design or discipline do you know？ 好啦，咁就大家就 click 啲答案出嚟啦，好快咧，咁我哋就知道究竟係啦，究竟大家對呢個設計係有啲咩認識嘅咧？咁一路咧，而家就撈緊一啲 答案出嚟啦。咁而家總共有23個同學答緊啦。係啦，原來大家咧聽到設計呢兩個字咧，最多人認知咧就係廣告設計啦。跟住咧就係啦，一路落廣告啦、室內設計啦，排第3嘅咧就係產品設計啦、環境設計啦。好啦，跟住再落咧就係媒體設計啦、傳意設計、信息設計、交互設計。咦，交互設計究竟咩嚟嘅咧？我都唔識喎，我都好想認知喎。社會創新設計、服務創新設計，哇，原來有咁多個範疇喎。係啦，咦，仲有我最中意嘅時裝設計冇啊？好啦，咁啊就住呢度 set 嘅 group 咧，大家咧就去表態啦。原來42個人裏邊咧，全部都好認知廣告設計係咩嚟嘅。OK， 咁呢個係第一題，係咪？好，咁咧其實仲有第二題，咁大家又答咯。What do you think design is？ 咁呢個咧就要自己打出嚟嘅。咁就我諗係咪啊？自己打出嚟嘅，中文、英文都 OK 係咪？
係打個 keyword 出嚟就得㗎啦。即係你哋可以打啲字出嚟，你哋覺得係咩類型嘅，咁就 OK 㗎啦。
係啦，打個 keywords 啦，或者 phrase 啦。咁究竟喺你心目中 design 係咩嚟嘅咧 ？What do you think design is？ 中文、英文都得係咪？好。咁making life better, expressing ideas。好，咁咧相信呢啲字越出越大粒咧，就應該係越多人咧係認同嗰個 idea。art 嗱，最多人應該係 art 啦，係咪？好啦 ，innovation, creativity 係啦，越大隻就應該係越多人表態，係咪？嗰個 scope 係啦。
其實好多人都要寫創新啊 ，innovation 啊，
冇錯 ，creativity 一定走唔甩啦。
改變世界同埋翻天覆地嘅影響。
係啦，大膽，我見到有大膽，係啦，useful 係啦，34個同學裏邊咧就有最多嘅票數咧就喺 creativity 嗰度 ，making life better。change， 之前好興嘅一個字啊 ，change。好啦，仲有冇？呢一個即係呢一個嘅 opinion poll 都幾好喎嚇，可以收集到好多詞彙，即係大家嘅 concept 咧出晒嚟嚇。咁同學你都可以咧記低佢喎。咁呢啲咧第時你去到 interview 嗰時咧，可能都會問你相關嘅嘢。咁你而家咧喺呢一鋪人裏邊咧，你都可以 get 到一啲idea 啦。原來咧俾人印象喺 design school 或者讀 design 嘅咧係需要有啲乜嘢嘅條件或者係認知。係啦，或者我哋等多10秒，睇下同學或者老師啦參與嘅人咧都可以有啲咩 opinion 出嚟。好啦，我諗咧靜止咗都差唔多啦。係，咁就係啊，呢個都好有趣嘅一個調查嚇。咁咧事不宜遲啦，我就將時間咧就交俾 Beatrice， 係啦，咁佢就會sorry， 係直接我哋不如咧就交時間俾Dr. Liu 啦。咁由 Dr. Liu 咧同我哋去介紹今日咧佢哋學院佢哋嘅 faculty 咧想同我哋講嘅嘢嚇。咁真係好開心啦，好榮幸啦，親自請到我哋嘅即係 Assistant Dean 咧嚟同我哋分享啊。咁將時間交俾Dr. Liu 啊。
唔該 Mandy 啊，唔該 Mandy。So can you look see my screen?
Yes. 睇到 Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Mandy, and also thanks for all the team. I'd like to introduce our school and also especially the BA program English. It's quite consistent with the content of the slide. But I think the Q&A section, we can go to either language, Cantonese or the English. Yeah. So I'm Xavier. I'm the Assistant Dean of the School of Design. as what you already see the building, right? This is our building designed by the Zaha Hadid. It's a kind of the new design icon in Hong Kong. Not really new. I think that we moved into this building 2013. And so all the School of Design, our studios are in, all the facilities are in this building. Yes, let me move on. So we actually have very proud record and achievement. So here we list some characteristic about our school. So we're always talking about the ranking. According to the QS ranking, we are the 20th. This is from last year. We are always in the first 20 top design school worldwide. So, and we actually is emphasize on the integrated curriculum. This is also one main content I will introduce today, because as you select the design discipline, you have ever heard about advertisement, design, media design, and also like the product design, interior design. This is quite of, we call more classical or traditional design programs. But now we're actually reforming our bachelor program and launched a new one since next semester year. That is me starting from September this year. So the one of the key feature is integrate, is mean the interdisciplinary, not about the curriculum and also the teaching work. So I will introduce more this kind of the new curriculum to you later. And for the new program, we have the total 9 design specialisms. So currently we have only 7. So we create more options and the directions to embrace the trends of the design. And of course, we use the language English for all the teaching and the activity and the interaction in the school. So we are the youngest design school in the top 20 design school in the world. So we have very good balance, the proportion between the local and the international faculty ratio. And you know, our building is Zaha Hadid. And so we have very good collaboration with a professional field, both local and worldwide. And also we have a very good many exchange opportunity with other top design school and the partners worldwide. So we can, students can, from here, we're starting to emphasize like the entrepreneur opportunities. So it's also for them to thinking about the future career path, as some of the teacher you are here is helping the secondary school student to talking about the future when they go to the university. So we also have very good resources to support them for their future career plan. And they have the chance to working with real clients and the challenges from the real world during the 4-year studies here. And this is also, I can learn from the service learning programs. So this is a kind of the summary of the reason why the students and also the teacher, you may recommend the student to select our school. So here's a learning experience, learning space. There's, you see from the video, we do actually have many working place, and also every programs, every class of the student, they have their own studio. Normally they feel the studio as second home, or even the priority place for them to stay there. So very interactive learning experience here. Here is also some facilities, such as we have the lecture theater, the top left side, the photo, and also material resource center. This is a place I highly recommend you to visit. We have the partnership with several worldwide material resources museum. And for them, they will update the samples of the materials. If you visit there, you will find a lot of the new materials can inspire your creative ideas. And of course, we have all the wood and mentor workshops, 3D printing facilities, and like the right corner, the screening room, especially for the media production. So a lot of very professional facilities for different discipline. Okay, so here's the main issues when we're talking about the 4-year curriculum. the new one, as what I say, after reforming, we will launch this new curriculum from September this year. So you may be familiar with different design discipline. This is always a traditional way when the students prepare to select their program to the university. In the university, they need to think, okay, if I want to go to School of Design, I need to make decision. I want to select the advertisement design or product design or other programs or interior design. But for our new program, sorry, all the students, they just select the School of Design and they will attend the School of Design. First year, we call the foundation year. So the foundation year is for all the students working together. So they don't need to make decision which design discipline I will select at the beginning of the foundation year or when they apply for our BA program. So after the first year, at the end of the first year, that is first year we call the foundation year. So at the end of the first year, the students, according to their learning experience, what they already learned during the first year, they can make decision which direction they will go. So overall, the new programs, we offer 9 design discipline. But the second year, the student won't directly go to the specific design discipline. They will select the cluster. We totally have the 4 cluster for the second year. So that's mean after the first year study, students solid their basic skills and understanding and establish their mindset about design. And they comes to understand more, okay, I'm willing to go to this direction, for example, environment design. So then the student can go to the environment design cluster. So overall, a second year, we have the 4 cluster: environmental design, communication design, product experience design, and the service design. And there, actually, students have the chance to study more and interact with the discipline teachers to know about the specific discipline. And at the end of the second year, they can select the design specialism, one of the 9 specialism. So for the environmental design cluster is including the 2 specialism, environmental design and interior design. In the cluster of the communication design, there's 3 specialism: advertising design, information design, and the media design. For the cluster of product experience design, there's a 2 specialism, interaction design and the product design. And then for the service design cluster, we have the 2 specialism, service design and the social design. So then the students actually enter their specific design specialism since the 3rd year. And we're working in this specialism direction in the 3rd year and the 4th year. So this is a kind of illustration of the new 4-year curriculum. So there's actually for this kind of the new program, there's several advantages compared with a traditional structure. The first of all, for the students, when they are in the final year in the secondary school, they may not actually really understand. So the difference between the design discipline, for example, what the difference between environmental design and interior design, or information design between advertising design. Both parents, students may not have very clear idea. But when they come for the foundation year, they have the chance to learn about the basic ideas and knowledges for all the specialism. So the first year and the second year for them to understand the content of each design specialism and to select their direction, more kind of the rational. So there's this is one advantages. Another is we can see the trend. We designed this new curriculum because we understanding the trend of the design worldwide. And for design, we're choosing the transforming from traditional design to the new design. For the new design, one element is interdisciplinary. So how the students can face into the challenge and the demands for a more interdisciplinary designer. For the new curriculum is like the students, when they're starting together for the first year and also second year, naturally, they work as an interdisciplinary team. And also even in the final 2 years, they're working in their specialism, but they already familiar with each other because they studied together in first and second year. For example, a student study environmental design, but may have very good friends who is now working in product design. So naturally, when they have the final year project, at the end of the 4th year, they may collaborate together. So this is also some way we want to neutral some ideas and also cross-disciplinary collaboration naturally with this new curriculum. Of course, there's a lot of benefits from this new structure. So I will also introduce a little bit later in other slides. So yes, if you want to know more information, you can scan this QR code, which was linked to our website to supply you more detailed information about this new 4-year curriculum of our BA scheme in design. So what is the 9 design discipline? So everyone, I see the 100%, you know the advertising design. So we highlight some keywords and also some students work for you as a reference. This is what we're mainly talking advertising design. So it's about the branding facing to the consumer because it's more facing to the commercialization about translate the meaning of the business and organization to the consumer. We see this will be the main content and the target for advertising design. They were also working on the marketing issue, packaging, and also like the different method of the advertisement. And for the information design, may not everyone know quite well about that. Actually, information design difference with advertisement design, which is advertisement design is more emphasized on consumer end, but information design is more like the user and the audience of all the information, who is relevant to those information you wanted to pass a message to, right? So it's also aboard according to the different the method. So it could be the digital advertising is also related to printing advertising, and the photographer, typography, wayfinding especially. So all this is kind of the target and the content for the information design. Here is some example for our students' work. And for the media design, it's an easier way you can say beside the 2D and 3D, media design is also including the 4D as mean the timeline. So there's more other elements were included in the consideration, for example, the animation, right? Who are the character and the storytelling. So how you tell the story with a character, with a scenario, and from the beginning, the middle, and to the end of the story. So those are the issue for the media design to be studied and discussed. So we do actually, you see the facilities for the video production and the screening studio, those is particular facility for the media design. And we have the environmental design cluster, which is including the environmental design in the interior design. A very simple understanding is if we're talking about the building architecture, so environmental design is more like the outside the building, so like the public space. So here are some keywords for you to understanding, like housing, landscaping. Yes, public space, particular could be also like the museum, space issue is more related. So more like the outside the building, outside the architectures. And then easily you can understand what is interior design, right? It's inside the building and the architecture. But it could be the commercial space, right? And the hospitality, and also about the lighting, and of course the materials again, and the space, who are the user. So this will be the issue, including the interior design. Yeah. I think most of you are familiar with the product design. This is a kind of very famous program in School of Design. So we still keep that, but this product design is combined with the interaction design to be like the product experience design. So as you may know today, product design, we cannot limit it. Our understanding about product is kind of just a physical, tangible one, because a product is more related to the interactions, how we interact with this product. Not only we see the product as a styling, a shape with a certain material and the texture, but it's more like the feeling and when, where you see and you look at this product. Because for example, sometimes now you may see the product from the screen and you make the order and finally you get the product and you can touch it. So how the product design actually can trigger the purchase and let the consumer understand the meaning of the product. That's actually will be the new challenge for product design. And that's the reason we're including the product design with interaction design in a new cluster for the product experience design. So for product design, we're talking about different subject, including like the furniture design, houseware and homeware design, and also Internet of Things with the new technology stuff. And of course, we have the interaction design. You may not familiar with this term, but it's very, very popular, especially a very hot job title for all the internet companies, like what you all know, the internet company like Google, Alibaba. They all have the team, a very big team for interaction design. This is especially, as you say today, when you design any games and also the apps, you do need those interaction between the people and the target artifacts, the apps or the products or the service. So the interaction generate between the user and the thing actually is a content of the interaction design. And the service design is a totally new program for both for the undergraduate and also we have the new service design at the master level, the postgraduate program. So for the service design, it's actually linked as it's actually a kind of very popular topic today worldwide, and also a very hot job topic for all the kind of the leading brands when talking the service, because if you know, many businesses talking about the transformation, right? Transformation, especially from the product to the service, more intangible things. So today, and Hong Kong is also very famous for its service industry. So if you know, like hotel, tourism, those are all the service industry. And we also have the social design, which is more talking about the social issues, problem solving, like the social and the cultural business, social enterprises, and also how to dealing with some social problem as aging, intergeneration with design solutions. So that is the nine new design discipline we have in the new BA program. So what will be the main subjects for each year? For the first year, we call the foundation year. So on the slides, you see I'm the foundation year leader. So now you understand the foundation year, design foundation is mean the first year of the new BA program. So we have the design basic, and the visualization is not about just sketching, but how you can generate creative idea through the conversation between your head and your hand. That is the purpose of the learning those basic design skills. design studio for you to working with specialism teachers to understand the different track and directions. Common basics is actually basic knowledge for all the discipline and creative thinking with project and the design process. This will be the main subject for the foundation year. And for the cluster, design cluster, the second year, in the full cluster, students were further working in the design studio, understanding material, especially popular material, and also the trend in this cluster, and learn some basic skill about how to conduct the design research, presentation skills, technology, and interdisciplinary collaborations. For the third and the fourth year, we'll go to the selected design specialism. There's total 9 specialism with professional practice, service learning, who service the community. And also we have the co-op project, which the student can collaborate with the companies outside the campus, university, and then also have the chance to working in the companies during the summer term. And we do have the subject for startup entrepreneurship and the integrated capstone for the final year project. So we are actually, as you know, we have very good resources for the local and the global community. This with the resources we can have to develop the work integrative education. That is through the we call the co-op project. So collaborate, those projects we collaborate with organization, either the business organization or the NGO. So we bring their challenges and the questions to the subject, and the students deliver the solution for them. Those solutions may also apply by our partners. For the internship, the students will go to the company and working in their context during the summer term. So yeah, if you're willing to visit us, now we are not open for that, but in the past 2 years during the pandemic, we still have our physical, we call the graduate show. And if you actually cannot come here physically, you can scan the QR code on the left corner, which is a VR show. So you can have the VR version of our design show, which is to show all the final year project from all the display. And for this year, we will continue have our annual show during the June and July. You are welcome to visit our building to have a look and a better understanding about what will be the students and also best students work from the different specialism. So here is some samples for the students' work from previously subjects like integrated capstone. This is a final year project we created to encourage the interdisciplinary collaboration. So the students from different specialism, they will work together for this capstone project. And also for the students and also teachers here make curious about where our students go when they graduate. Of course, some of them may study master program for further study, but also they have the very good chance to working in different companies. Here we just have some list for you as a reference. Those are the employers for our graduates in the past years. You can see like the K11, GOD, VTech. So this is what I know, not only because we have very good relationship in the local community and worldwide, it's also because these employers trust the quality of our graduates, and they may also work tightly with us through the core project and also the internship. We have a very long list of very successful alumni here. We just have some example here. As you may know, Freeman Lau, who designed the package for the water, Vivian Tian, who is a fashion designer, and Alex Mack, illustrator, Carrie Chen, also illustrator, and James O, who is a co-founder of the GoGo Van, And Raymond Hu, he is an animation director in Hollywood, very famous, and also film directors, Chu Chen-hong, and Anthony Law, who is so far the highest position of the car design, the design director in the world, worldwide. Okay, comes to, I know many questions you may about how to prepare, especially for the portfolio, right? So here we have some tips for you as a reference. For the portfolio preparation, first of all, how to organize and structure your portfolio is, for example, the layout, font, and order. So it's actually to show the quality control of your design work, right? And the content, you need to select the different works to represent your capabilities and the skills. And also, maybe because now you understand for the new BA program, we don't actually need you to indicate your directions at this stage. So you may have the chance to show the different approaches, how you get the final ideas. So different medias, and maybe you use prototyping or experiments. So, and also you can add some statements to introduce about your work. And the focus, you may be talking about whether you are more like the art-based or design-based. Oh, now we actually may also welcome other directions, but you can show this is your strength part. And also diversity to thinking our specialism. We have the 2D emphasize, like information design, 3D focus, like a product design, and also environmental design, and the 4D like the media design and interaction design. And also, I know because all of you may have many works cannot show immediately, also like the video stuff, you can use a kind of the hyperlink or QR code for easy access. And we are also encouraged to write some visual diary to record your track about the process and also your ideas. So this is actually will be the content we are looking for to review from your portfolio. And this is also the elements for you to consider when they prepare and plan your portfolio for the admission. So we do actually have some videos. Those videos we prepare previously for different specialisms. That is, it's mainly for currently 7 specialisms. But that's also kind of the good instruction for you as a reference to understand, because those videos are prepared by the specialism leader. So they will express what they are looking for from the portfolio, especially from their specialism perspective. But still, I would see this is good, very guideline for you to have a look and to know more about the perspective from the special team side, how they view a very good quality of the portfolio. And we do, according to the portfolio, we will have the short list and then go to the interview. So for the interview, we will have the face-to-face or either online, as depends on the pandemic situation. So normally it's taking 15 to 20 minutes and totally in English. We actually want to have the understanding of not only about your ability and the capability, but also to know you have the good communication and the language skills. And so we can understand more about your works. So we encourage the students to bring the physical stuff, the physical works to the interview to show it. Okay, so, and you can know more about the program requirement direction through the interview, because it's very good a chance to talking directly to the specialism teachers. So here is a general timetable for you, timeline for you as a reference about the application. So for the portfolio requirement, you can scan the QR code. This is update portfolio requirements, particular for this cohort's application. So now, we're starting the JUPAS application starting from last year or early October to early December. And you needed to submit the portfolio before the early June this year. So after that, we will have the shortlist and have the interview during the July and August, from the end of the July to the early August. So that will be we have the shortlist and arrange the interview immediately when we get your score from the DSE. And then you will get the notification early August after the interview. So this is a timeline for you as a reference of the whole process. Okay, so here is a Q&A section. I finished my introduction about our program. We move on for the Q&A section. You may scan this QR code to join the Q&A. Beatrix, I will quit from my screen sharing and you can move on, right? Okay.
Yep. So thank you for everyone. And here are the questions. I'm not sure if you can see my screen here. Yep, and the first question to Sylvia. May I ask, if the DSE result is not good enough, is there any chance that we can admit to PolyU Design?
Beatrix, if you want, you can answer this question. I start first.
Sorry. Or maybe Kathy can answer this.
其實聽唔聽到？
聽到。
其實咧，我哋 DSE 嘅平均分咧係上年嚟講咧就係22.2分嘅。咁如果你想講話 DSE 成績唔理想，係咪 below 22啊？定係點咧？因為如果你太低嘅話，你 meet 唔到33233嘅 requirement 咧，我哋係冇辦法 shortlist 你去入 PolyU Design 嘅。
Okay, thank you. I think we answered the questions. And the second thing about the portfolio, is portfolio important? If they haven't done anything about design-related work, how should they prepare? 咁頭先我哋都有講過啦，咁我哋都有 share 過portfolio， 其實可以睇翻我哋啲短片啦。咁另外就係我哋之前我哋有 info day， 咁我哋都會有啲片喺個 YouTube 度，咁都會教翻，即係同學都會分享翻佢哋之前做過嘅 portfolio 嘅，咁都可以去睇下。咁睇下 Sophia 會唔會有另外補充
？Yeah, I think it doesn't matter whether you have ever do any design related to the work. I think for the portfolio, because for the new BA, we are more welcome like we call the STEM. So, STEM, right? STEM. So I will see any project you have ever worked. So you actually can consider including your portfolio. Because the purpose of the portfolio actually as those keywords we get at the very beginning for you, what is design, right? So for us, the portfolio, we want actually to know your creative ability. So whether you have very good creative ideas. So anything you think related to the creative and innovation, and actually you can include it in your portfolio. But the one thing, actually at the slides I show in the tips, it's not only you say, okay, I do some STEM project so I can show the photo in my portfolio. That is not the key issue. Actually, we are looking to say, okay, you find a problem and you define that problem and then how you solve it from the whole process. And then finally you got a solution at this one. Is maybe a prototype or advertisement, something like that. So we will look at the whole process. The whole process is beginning. Beginning is I define the problem or a challenge. And then the process, how I develop ideas step by step. And then the final outcome. So those is the thing we want to see from your portfolio. But you can emphasize, like, if I'm not a designer, right? At this moment, of course, you are not designer. But what actually any creative project or STEM project you have ever worked, and we want you show the process. And also you can have your visual diary You can write down, okay, I meet this problem at this stage, how I solve that. So a lot of things actually you can include it. So we wanted to read these materials through the portfolio to know whether you have the ability and imaginations and ambitions to solve the problem. So this is a thing we are looking for from your portfolio. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Cynthia. And there's another question. If they are interested in design subjects, what kind of information or learning material if we provide？ 咁都係講翻啦。咁我哋自己本身除咗 YouTube channel 之外，咁我哋仲有 Facebook 同埋 Instagram 嘅。咁我哋定時定候都會有相關嘅資訊。咁但係最容易係知道，如果我哋設計學院係有啲咩資訊嘅話咧，咁其實我哋平時譬如話可能12月嘅時候，我哋會有一個 design 嘅 workshop 啦。暑假嘅時候亦都會有一個 workshop 係專係俾中4到中5嘅學生可以去參與。咁為期1日，甚至都會睇翻每一年個暑假我哋點樣安排。咁通常都會有1日嘅時間。咁我哋就會提供一啲類似係同我哋9個 discipline 相關嘅一啲工作坊，咁同學可以去參與。咁同埋我哋最重要就係頭先 Sylvia 都講過啦，我哋每一年嘅暑假都會有一個 design show 嘅。咁除咗我哋學校有 design show 之外啦，咁其實其他學校院校都會有 design show。咁我哋好強烈建議學生咧去參與去睇下嘅。咁你會知道大概原來我對邊一類型嘅設計係更加有興趣。咁另外就係可能上網去睇一睇可能係 follow 一啲唔同嘅 design page 啊，或者同 design 有關嘅網站啊，或者書籍啊，咁都可以理解多啲乜嘢係設計課程嘅。Sylvia, any?
Yeah. No comments on this one. Yeah. Thanks for your answer.
And how to prepare the interview?
Yeah, I think this is quite a general question, right? I think that we're already including the tips for the interview slides when we mentioned that. Yeah. So Beatrix, do you have anything you want to add on?
咁因為今年我哋會interview 會係通常都係應該上網㗎啦。咁我哋都會視乎疫情關係嘅。咁如果係 JUPAS 嘅學生嘅話，我哋其實本來就係希望可以面對面 interview 啦。咁但係如果係疫情都係太嚴峻嘅話，咁我哋都會係用翻上網嘅。咁到 interview 嘅時候，咁我哋 interview 之前我哋會收各位嘅 portfolio 啦，咁亦都好希望大家喺 interview 嘅時候可以 show 到你哋嘅 portfolio。咁主要其實我哋都係希望睇翻你哋嘅 portfolio 係咪真係自己做啊，或者可以講多少少。如果真係有個實物喺度嘅時候，咁可以 demonstrate 究竟你哋嗰個實物嘅作品係點嘅樣。咁我哋可能會知多少少。咁另外就係我通常都會建議同學啦 interview 之前咁試一試你哋所有嘅無論係你哋嘅電腦啊，或者你哋嘅網絡啊，所以咁比較 basic 啲嘅嘢，咁我哋都會想你哋事前去試好晒，咁冇問題啦，咁你哋先至好去 interview。Okay. Does the program expect secondary schools to have particular knowledge? And Sylvia, could you help?
I think that this is more like the similar as my answer to the portfolio preparation. So it's more like for the secondary school students, we actually I would say it's more like what we are looking for from the portfolio and also all the documents, application documents from the student side. In general, I think all the teachers who review the portfolio, we are looking for the students who have the passion on design. Because we know maybe they study some subject related to art and design in secondary school, whether they have the passion on that. So to be honest, our teacher have rich experience on that. So we actually can tell those from the portfolio. So I will think the passion as particular issue we are looking for. It's not really kind of the particular knowledge. If we generally say like the STEM and to the STEAM, STEAM, so any kind of the knowledge, if the student be good at, it's good to show up. Because today we are talking a new type of the design. Design actually changed the definition, not the traditional. So there's more like design take the leadership of all the innovation activities. So in that case, it's really kind of very broad scope about how designer and the design students can play in an organization, such as you see, we have the social design and the service design, many kind of the new topic outside the traditional boundary of the design discipline. So we don't actually limit it to any particular knowledge, but in general, we are talking about, yes, you can have, if you are very strong on arts, fine. Or you have very good experience on design, fine. Or even your particular knowledge on technology, also very good. Technology, science, engineering also could be very good. But as what I mentioned is more like the passion, how you use this knowledge to solve the problem, and you can show, put it in your portfolio. I would say those things will be we are looking for from the application documents. Yeah.
Thank you. Portfolio 大概幾多份作品好？咁我哋其實個 portfolio requirement 咧，我哋係應該係5至10份。咁Kathy 補充翻啦，如果唔啱嘅，咁應該係5至10份 best work。咁我哋通常會建議同學咧，唔一定係偏，因為我知道大家如果讀 VA 嘅話咧，好多時候都會交佢 SBA 成個 portfolio 就交俾我哋嘅。咁但係我哋都希望會知道同學除咗你哋喺VA Visual Arts 嗰邊係比較叻之外，會唔會話喺其他方面會比較好？咁頭先 Sylvia 都有講過啦，我哋都會着重同學如果有 STEM 嘅 project 嘅話，咁無論可能你係做機械人嘅影相，或者你可能有其他同創作有關嘅作品，我哋都會好希望喺你 portfolio 裏面睇到。咁都係嗰句啦 ，portfolio 除咗去 show 你最後個作品之外，我哋希望睇到你嘅過程或者係有啲咩嘗試。咁如果可能同學話覺得我做得好核突喎，或者我好多失敗品喎，唔緊要嘅，我哋真係想睇你哋嘅過程係點樣去做，或者係試唔同嘅物料咁樣。咁所以作品係幾多咧？咁都係啦，5至10份。咁如果詳細裏邊有啲咩資料，我哋都會其實喺個 portfolio guideline 嗰度有寫清楚，咁都可以上網去揾翻我哋個 portfolio guideline 或者 portfolio requirement， 咁佢會寫翻清楚嘅。Next question: What kind of standard are the works and projects evaluated by? And this would be Sylvia's question.
The standard of the works and the project evaluated by. That's actually I have to say again for the project, including in the portfolio, we actually look at the basic capability and the skills of the students, but it's also more like the mindset of the student side. So the standard actually is it cannot be a kind of the same level, the bar for all the project. It's really case by case, because if you're talking some STEM project, which is definitely won't be similar as some drawing, right, from the arts-based student, and it won't be the same as a design focused student. So it's very difficult to say a basic standard. So, but you can think in diversity of your projects and the works you're including in the portfolio, as you can say, yes, you can include even some basic drawing things. But for those, of course, we know when we see that, we know the standard, right? This is a good or not good. This is a basic knowledge we have about that. But we also will look at the diversity. So if you are all submit all the artwork, we will look at, okay, you are more go to the artwork level. So we will look at the, okay, artwork level, the basic standard, whether you are average or above the average. But you are also, if you are covering different scope, like the science, design, and the arts, the standard will kind of the different. And also if you including the whole process, so we can understand for your ability from the different stage. So in general, I won't say they're kind of the standard to evaluate, but we wanted to understand you through the portfolio and to explore your strengths and the potential to be a good designer. Even you maybe have not a very good skill at this moment, but you have better ideas, creativity, or mindset, which also could show you have the potential to be a good designer.
Thank you。咁提翻少少，咁slide 度有一個好處咧，就係其實如果你見到有啲問題咧係比較有興趣，或者係你哋都想問同一條問題嘅話咧，咁其實你見到佢個右邊右上角問題嘅右上角應該有個手指公被 like 嘅。咁我見到有啲同學都或者老師啦都知道點樣用㗎啦。咁其實你 take 得越多 like 得越多咧，嗰條問題個 priority 就會越高。咁下一條問題啦 ，portfolio 好似 SBA 咁做，寫晒 idea development and process of making of this work。咁頭先我都有講過啦，咁我哋都好着重portfolio 會多元化啦。咁頭先 Sylvia 都講過啦 ，diversify 啦。咁同埋我哋都係好着重睇你哋嘅 係啦 idea development 啦，你哋個諗個過程啊，測試嘅過程啊，總之其實我哋都係想睇到你點樣去諗呢樣嘢會比較多啲嘅。咁我呢個問題我就要問翻Kathy， 咁就係 admission 嘅問題啦。咁如果低過 average 1至2分，會唔會有機會啊？
會有嘅，因為其實我哋除咗睇 DSE 成績咧，都會睇嗰個 portfolio 老師俾分係有究竟係高定低嘅。咁所以嗰個22.2分咧係 general 嚟講，我哋成個可能有81個 quota 啦。咁佢 quota 入邊嗰啲同學仔嘅分數一個平均分嚟嘅啫。咁我哋有機會收一啲好高嘅分，你30幾分都有收過。咁但係最基本一定係要 meet 到33233呢個 requirement 啦 for JUPAS 個學生。咁當然你話如果我中英數可能低咗1-2分而 meet 唔到呢個 requirement，都唔緊要嘅，因為我哋會睇翻你其他有冇一啲subject 係可能攞到5星或者5星星，咁我哋都會考慮翻咯。咁我同埋都回答咗而家呢個問題，你有幾多名額？我哋大概 Year 1嘅名額有81個嘅。咁至於幾多分係會穩入嘅話，咁其實就好難講嘅，因為始終我哋着重於 portfolio 同埋 DSE 同埋你 interview 嘅 performance 嘅。咁唔同嘅分數咧，可能有機會有出入嘅。
想問多少少啦，咁因為我哋有JUPAS 嘅同學啦，咁問埋 non-JUPAS 同埋 international 嘅學生，大概 Year 1會收幾多度
？International 學生咧，我哋冇特別有 quota 限制嘅。咁至於 non-JUPAS 入 Year 1咧，我哋大概有20個 quota 度。
唔該你。好，咁另外呢條問題咧就係 product design 應該點樣去做 portfolio？ 咁留意翻，因為我哋而家係一個新嘅 program 啦，咁所以我哋咧就唔會好似以前咁樣會要一入學嘅時候就已經要分定唔同嘅設計學系㗎啦。咁我哋一入到嚟就已經係叫做 Skilling in Design。咁入到嚟咁其實個 portfolio 咧就唔會好似以前咁樣唔同嘅discipline有分唔同類型，而係一做就係同一份，全部入學嘅同學都係做同一份 Skilling in Design 嘅 portfolio。咁裏邊就係頭先講過啦，5至10份嘅作品啦。咁然之後佢裏邊嘅 requirement 就要睇翻一個 portfolio guideline 咁樣去做。咁至於我哋都會有product design 嘅 portfolio 嘅，咁就係俾 senior year。senior year 嘅意思就係話，如果你係 year 3入嚟，你已經讀咗 associate degree 或者係 high diploma，即係高級文憑或者副學士嘅話咧，咁你哋可以行senior year 嗰條路嘅。咁嗰個仍然都係用翻舊嘅學制，即係舊嘅 program。咁佢哋就會可能會分翻我哋7個唔同嘅 discipline 嘅 portfolio。咁嗰個 portfolio 都可以係上網睇翻我哋個portfolio guideline，咁佢會有唔同嘅 requirement 嘅，咁亦都可以上翻 YouTube，咁我哋都有 portfolio guideline 嘅短片係教翻同學點樣去做 portfolio 咯。Will secondary school elective subject affect the result to join design？ Kathy 答唔答到？
係啦。其實嗰啲 elective 嘅 subject 咧，我哋會 take reference 咯，但係就最主要其實都係中英數嗰5科常識嗰5科，你達標嘅話，我哋都會考慮嘅。
What if the interview performance is not well? Can I still have the chance to be the student or PolyU Design student? I think Sylvia could help.
I think the Cassie already answered the questions, because we are not only look at the interview performance, but also like the DSE score and your portfolio and also the interview. So this is more like we look at everything together. So not only interview itself, but of course, if you are shortlisted for the interview, this is mean you are kind of very good quality, right? Otherwise, you cannot go to the interview stage. So I don't know what this mean. Interview performance is not where. In general, is actually we think the student is qualified for our program, so we shortlist for the interview. So just prepare the interview where, and I think it should be fine. Yeah.
想問下，可唔可以將 SBA 某一部分作為 portfolio？ 係可以嘅，咁但係我哋都會建議唔好大部分都放落去 portfolio 度，因為要記住係因為 SBA 好多時候都會係同visual arts VA 嗰邊有關嘅，咁但係留意翻，因為你係申請報讀設計學院啦，咁所以最好我哋都希望你嗰個 作品集係同 design 有關。咁留意翻，其實你個 portfolio 本身都係一個設計作品，所以無論係佢個排版啊、字體、顏色，每一樣嘢都好重要。咁所以諗一諗，其實係咪要同 SBA 係分開另外一個 portfolio 咧？咁呢個都係同學自己去決定翻啦。如果係 SNADA， 如果係報 SNADAS， 請問要幾時交 portfolio？我唔清楚 SNADAS。
呢個係一個新嘅stream， 好似有啲似係體育類嗰啲同學仔，咁佢哋行嘅 Jupas 嘅 path 咧係有啲唔同嘅。咁詳情咧你要留意翻，因為如果你報咗 SNADAS 咧，我哋學校係會 send 一啲 email 俾你，話俾你聽幾時交呢個 portfolio 嘅。咁你哋 portfolio 咧係唔需要 submit 上我哋個submission system 嘅，我哋會直接send email 俾你問你攞。咁大概應該係4至5月之間，我哋會問你攞呢個 portfolio 同埋做一個 interview 嘅。
Kathy 問埋，咁頭先我見到有一條問題咧，就係關於運動員計劃入 design 係咪都要22分以上？
運動員計劃嗰個program 咧，佢嘅分數咧唔需要去到22分嘅，咁佢哋會有另外一個分數但係詳情咧都要等 PolyU 去出咗一條平均分嘅線，我先知道大概有幾多分先可以俾呢啲同學仔入嚟嘅。
好，唔該你。想問 OLE 要參加多比賽會容易啲入 PolyU Design？
其實我哋最主要嘅嗰啲都係 refer 翻即係比賽類，你當然你有參加，你可以寫上去，咁我哋都係 take reference 嘅啫。
都係俾 Kathy 答埋。Can you explain the 332 system in more details? What if the students didn't take the JUPAS exam?
如果你唔 take JUPAS， 可能你係會 take 因為有太多 part 可以入 Year One 啦，咁所以我唔太 sure 你係想問啲咩問題，或者你詳情都可以 send email 俾我，咁我可以根據你個人嘅 qualification 咧嚟俾一個回答你咯。
I would like to know what is the maximum amount of works that should be included in the portfolio。咁頭先都講過啦，咁都係應該係 maximum 係10分嘅，咁亦都會有翻個 size， 即係無論係佢個 A3 定 A4 size 啊，或者佢可能係10 megabyte 嗰個 size， 咁佢都會喺嗰個 portfolio requirement 度，咁詳情都係要 download 翻我哋嗰張或者我同時可能會一陣間會俾個 PDF send 翻個 PDF 嗰條 link 嚟，咁你就可以睇翻裏邊個內容噶啦。疫情底下有冇 internship？ 大一學生能唔能夠 join？
I think I can answer this.
Yeah.
I think the internship is not for year one. Normally, internship is from in the specialism from the year 3. So it's not the subject for internship. Actually, is a kind of the subject, but it's not for year 1 and year 2. It's starting from the year 3. Yeah.
好，咁頭先都有2條問題。關於 portfolio 嘅，咁係主要係咪畫畫定係加其他元素？咁都係講過啦，越多元素越好啦。咁另外有冇頁數限制？咁呢個都係我哋可以睇翻我同時啱啱 send 咗出嚟啦。咁我 portfolio guidelines 咁可以睇翻個 PDF， 咁留意翻裏邊嘅 details 嘅。咁呢2題我哋都唔答啦。Do we conduct interview after we graduate secondary school or while we still in secondary school？ Kathy 可唔可以補充？
我哋 JUPAS 嘅 interview 時間咧就會喺7月底到8月初。我睇翻時間先，應該如果如無意外 DSE 成績準時發放嘅話，我哋嘅 interview 時間就7月28號到8月2號，一定係呢段時間嘅啫。過咗啊，或者前邊都唔會發生嘅。
係，好，就。好，咁就多謝大家啦。咁因為時間差唔多，咁我哋交翻俾 Sophia 做翻個 wrap up。
So I think I'd like to thank everyone who are interested and attended this webinar. I will see. I hope you enjoy this kind of the 1-hour meeting here online. And also we leave the message here. If you have any further questions, you'll feel free to contact us with email and also the phone number. listed here. Do remember, if you wanted to know more information, you can actually follow our the Facebook. We have the School of Design PolyU Facebook. And we always pop the news and the information there, and also the way you can interact with us. And also, I want to send out the whole team for hosting this this webinar. So thanks everyone, and also stay healthy and safe.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Cynthia.
Beatrix. Yeah.
好，咁咧好多謝各位嘅參與啦，亦都好多謝 PolyU 嘅各位同事啦，Dr. Liu 啦。Beatrix 啊 Kathy 啊，同埋Anita， 咁啊，仲有我哋幕後嘅 Caroline 啦，咁就多謝大家嘅參與，同學仔。咁咧，相信今日咧，你哋係已經攞到好多嘅資訊啦。咁但係如果你頭先咧啲資料咧太急太快嘅話咧，你驚自己get 唔到啦。咁我哋咧都會將今日嘅 video clip 同埋頭先咧speaker 嘅 PowerPoint 咧擺翻我哋個網頁嘅，即係我哋嗰個輔導教師協會嘅網頁嘅，咁就俾啲 member school 嘅同學同埋老師去參考。咁咧係啦，咁如頭先Dr. Liu 講啦，如果你有問題嘅話咧，都繼續可以咧 send 問題去佢哋嘅 department 度喎，咁佢哋都有同工會答你哋嘅。好啦，咁今日嘅時間咧就到此為止啦，多謝各位嘅參與，希望遲啲我哋有 workshop 咧就再見到大家啦，拜拜。
Thank you, Mandy. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Bye bye.